The vastness of space stretched infinitely around the fleet of ships, a fragile constellation of steel and desperation. The Aegis Concorde, once Earth's most ambitious project for interstellar travel, now served as the heart of humanity's last hope. Behind it trailed a flotilla of ragtag vessels, cobbled together from Earth's dwindling resources. These were the remnants of a dying world, their hulls patched and repatched, carrying humanity's survivors in search of salvation. Inside the Aegis Concorde, Elias Varn, the fleet's youngest diplomat, stood in the command chamber. At 27, his sharp green eyes and wiry frame betrayed a mix of youthful energy and the toll of leadership thrust upon him too early. His mentor, Ambassador Daxor Kane, had succumbed to radiation sickness months prior, leaving Elias to shoulder the weight of humanity's future. "They've responded," Commander Ryan said, his voice gruff with exhaustion. The commander, a stoic war veteran, was one of the few aboard who still carried himself with unflinching resolve. He gestured to the holographic display, where a shimmering, iridescent figure had appeared. The alien's form was otherworldly, a blend of crystalline structure and flowing liquid. Their translucent body pulsed with shifting colors, resembling a living kaleidoscope. This was the Vael'thari, a species as old as the stars, whose serene demeanor belied their immense technological superiority. Orasan, the alien said, their voice resonating in strange harmonics that seemed to echo within the listener's mind. "We have reviewed your request. The answer remains no." Elias stepped forward, forcing his tone to remain measured. "We're not asking for much, just enough supplies to sustain us until we find a habitable system. Surely, with your resources—" "Your plight is regrettable," Orsan interrupted. "But we do not interfere in the affairs of transient species. It is our way." Elias clenched his fists, frustration bubbling beneath his composed exterior. The Vael'thari's apathy was infuriating. They had more than enough resources to spare. Their worlds were paradises, teeming with energy and abundance, yet they refused to lift a finger to help. He glanced at Commander Ryan, whose jaw tightened but remained silent. Diplomacy was Elias's battlefield now. "Forgive me," Elias said, forcing a diplomatic smile. "But isn't there a moral imperative to assist those in need? You call us transient, but humanity has endured trials that would have broken many. We have proven our resilience, our ingenuity. Surely that's worth something." Orzan's form flickered, the colors dimming slightly. "Moral imperatives are constructs of transient minds. We have transcended such limitations." Elias's mind raced. He needed a different approach. "You say you've transcended, but can you truly claim that? If so, why does your voice carry a note of hesitation? Why do your actions, or inactions, suggest guilt?" The alien's form shimmered violently, a brief break in their serene facade. Orasan's voice, now tinged with an edge, replied, "You presume much, Elias Varn." "Perhaps," Elias said, his voice softening. "But I see something familiar in you. Despite your advancements, you are not so different from us. You've simply buried it deeper. Tell me, why do you hesitate to help? What are you afraid of?" The chamber fell silent. Orasan's colors dimmed further, their forms stabilizing into a dull gray. After a long pause, the alien spoke, their voice quieter, almost mournful. "There is history between our kind," Orasan admitted. "Long ago, we sought to understand the cosmos by creating life in our image, infused with qualities we had long suppressed. Humanity was one of those creations. But you were imperfect, emotional, chaotic. When your kind faltered, we abandoned the experiment, believing it to be a failure." Elias felt his breath catch. Humanity's origins, a cosmic experiment? The revelation was staggering. He steadied himself, sensing an opportunity. "And now you see the consequences of that choice. You call us transient, yet here we stand, against all odds." Doesn't that prove our worth? Doesn't that stir something within you? It stirs regret, Orasan admitted. We have watched from afar, unwilling to intervene. To do so would mean acknowledging our failure. But failure is not the end, Elias pressed, his voice gaining strength. It's a chance to grow, to make amends. You gave us the spark of life, but we turned it into a roaring flame. Help us now, and together we can build something greater than either of us alone. The alien's form shifted, colors returning in slow, hesitant waves. Finally, Orasan spoke, their tone laden with an unfamiliar weight. You speak with conviction. Perhaps there is merit in your words. We will convene and consider your request further. The transmission ended, leaving the chamber in stunned silence. Commander Ryan exhaled sharply, breaking the tension. That was unexpected. Well done, Elias. Elias nodded, though his mind raced with the implications of what he had learned. Humanity was not alone in the universe, but their existence was a byproduct of another's ambition and abandonment. Yet, that knowledge only solidified his resolve. They were more than an experiment. They were survivors, creators, dreamers. Hours turned into days as the fleet awaited the Vael'thari's decision. Tensions ran high, hope mingling with dread. Then, at last, the response came. Orasan appeared again, their form now vibrant with hues of blue and gold. We have reached a decision. We will assist you, not as an act of charity, but as a recognition of shared potential. Your fleet will be provided with resources and guidance to find a new home. A collective cheer erupted across the command chamber. Elias allowed himself a rare smile, relief washing over him. Orasan's tone softened. Know this, Elias Varn. Your people have reignited something within us, something we thought lost. Perhaps, in aiding you, we may rediscover parts of ourselves. May this alliance mark the beginning of a new chapter for us both. As the transmission ended, Elias turned to Commander Ryan, his expression resolute. This isn't just about survival anymore. It's about proving that humanity is more than they ever imagined. We'll make them proud of what they created. Commander Ryan placed a firm hand on Elias's shoulder. You've already started, son. Now let's make it count. The fleet's journey continued, no longer a solitary fight for survival, but the first steps of an alliance that would shape the stars. Humanity, born of forgotten experiments and forsaken origins, had reclaimed their place among the stars with defiance and hope. And in doing so, they reminded the ancient Vael'thari of their own forgotten humanity.